I had picked out a deck. It picks me is sort of how it happens, um, and I looked down. I lit the candles and smudge the smudge, and I looked down, and there's a ladybug. I mean, there is a swarm of them outside. It's the time of year where they get warm and they come out of dormancy. Apparently, they overwinter. In any case, here she is. And at first, she was just walking on the deck. Now she's walking on the rose quartz little stone that's on the deck. I mean, she's really here for the reading. Ladybug. Hello. Welcome to the table. Oh boy. Okay. The other thing I had written down was energies flow to you or emanating from you. And I wrote that down maybe a month ago, and it occurs to me that it's both. They flow to you and emanate from you. Continually, there's this dialogue between you and the world, between you and your guides, between you and your beloveds, between, you and your root, you and your ladybug. And I wanted just to mention too, there was a reading a little while ago about casting the wide net. And somebody said Indra's net. And that's, as I understand it, the idea of a net of prismatic jewels that all reflect each other. We're all connected. It's a network. And I'll tell you, the few times I've had this just stunning kind of, I guess you'd say, visualization of like the structure of the universe. I mean, no kidding. I was probably 14 years old, and I suddenly realized it's cellular. It's this structure, and if you look at pictures of Indra's net, that's what it looks like. So we're prismatic. We're connected. And we have to deal with it. Knight of Pentacles. That's a 3D experience of something that happens over time. It's slow forward movement, and it's not like you're riding the horse or tugging on the horse or you're just walking the walk. Extremely calm, and so the horse is calm as well, and it's following you without the reins. There are no reins. There's no lead line. Horses don't respond well if you turn around and tug on them. They will pull back. If you turn the other way and walk with no pressure on the reins, they'll walk with you. I mean, it's a sign of respect, really. I know what I'm doing. I'm going this way. I'm grounded. I go step by step. I don't rush it. I go step by step. And somebody may be like following your lead. That lead line that isn't there. It's an indication of great trust, really, between these two. The one in front trusts that the other will follow, and the one following trusts that the other won't lead them into a bad situation. Queen of Wands. The way this is on the board, we have this slow progress. And we have this Queen of Wands saying, look at what I've manifested. In 3D, in Pentacles energy, with my magic wand, with my intuition, with my inner vision. Queen of Wands doesn't chase around, neither does this person walking the walk and letting the horse, whatever that represents, something they've invested in over time, trusting that that situation will come into their life if it's of its own accord. They may have invested in this relationship a long time, and they're kind of like, well, whatever, I know where I'm going. It's been a long time to get to this point of being able to perhaps move on authentically and grounded. This person's so grounded, they're barefoot even. They find the journey grounds them. Where you take off your shoes and you just walk. And this person on the board is actually walking away from Queen of Wands. So I'm a little confused because she thinks she's got them in the palm of her hand. That she's manifested them. And it's true, she's not facing them, she's facing away. So it's not manipulative at all. It's sort of like, if you're drawn to me, come to me. For real. Pentacles energy. Show up. No, I'm not going to chase you around. Queen of Wands just doesn't chase. That's what she's known for. Okay, Tower. Major Arcana card, I see it, of Scorpio. Indicating some kind of big transformation that Queen of Wands evidently has manifested. An emotional upheaval of some sort. What is the dynamic here? Might be has manifested her own liberation, because Tower is liberating energy. We survive it. There's this little squirrel down here. Still has the squirrel intact, still has the acorns, but the structure is exploded by some kind of chi energy of energy of the universe, which she taps into. I don't think she's manifesting disaster, because Tower can be that, just like the complete loud, abrupt bang of the emotions outing or being outed. What does that mean, Knight of Pentacles? Hang on a minute. I need it like a service animal that can, where's Rue when I need her? Okay. Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, moving in the same direction. I think Knight of Pentacles took a long time to close out a cycle and leave. And for some reason, Queen of Wands is saying, see, I did that because I didn't chase. It like blew up the paradigm of how we feel about things. Scorpio energy, water energy. Under Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles. There it is, the manifest thing. In earth energy, it's an offer. And it's a page amounts of offer, but to this person it's a lot. look how big the coin is in comparison to the person delivering it. It's almost like a childlike energy. I'm getting an image of, the kid who comes home from kindergarten and says, "Look what I made. It's all for you." And it may have been something too little, too late. Pentacles attributes, too late. They have to do with time. And this is, it may be a lot for this person to give. They're not used to giving, so it seems like a whole, like an enormous offer. And it may just be, I've left. I closed out a cycle. Maybe literally moving. It's kind of, coming home from kindergarten and saying, "Look what I've made. Look what I've made." 3 of Wands. Well, it seems to be a little weird. It's a little offer in the future. Wait a little longer. I've got something to give. I'm slow, but sure. It has taken me a long time to get on the move. Get on the move. But I've packed up and I'm leaving. I don't think it's leaving the Queen of Wands. I think he's closing out a cycle so that he can begin. On the other side of this closing out of the cycle is an Ace of Wands, a new beginning, passionate new beginning. But I'm on the move. So maybe in the meantime, I can only offer a little bit. But in the future, the 3 of Wands is a card of the future. Maybe it's in the future I'll offer a little bit. What's going on? What's the cycle closing out, please? That this Knight of Pentacles person is closed out slowly and now they can offer something. They think it's big. It's actually not a whole lot. But they think somehow that this little piece will tide this person, their Queen of Wands, over. That tied them over to, I'll do it in the future. Is this enough to kind of hold my spot? Hold my spot. Keep my place in line. Something like that. Because I'm coming back in the future. I'll do something, Wands energy, in the future. I don't know. You don't really keep a Queen of Wands waiting. Nor do you expect her to chase you. On 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Well, they're on the move. They've left somewhere behind. They're looking to the future. They have something little to offer, perhaps that they think will be like a space saver, hold my place in line. And I think the Queen of Wands may be saying, you've reached the end of the line. You're closing out a cycle, well, so am I. And she's turning her back on something. They're on their way in. They're on their way in, and Queen of Wands is on the way out. Okay, on 3 of Wands, 7 of Cups. Somebody is saying, in the future, I'll be able to know what the priority is. I'll pick one out of all these options. I'll decide. But in the meantime, Who do I love? What difference does it make? Moving slowly, slowly, slowly towards some kind of stability or resolution. Sometime in the future, I'll choose. I don't think it's going to go well. My instincts tell me this might blow up in your face. Blow up in your face. I think Queen of Wands might be saying, look at that. I've managed to manifest some kind of liberation from this emotionally stunted situation, and I've survived. Intact with my acorns. Never mind. Ladybug is still here. Okay, on Knight of Pentacles, please. This slow forward movement, step by step, very practical. This person's going slowly because they've done some kind of work on getting stable. Nine of Cups. They're walking toward their happiness. Step by step by step. But it's almost like Queen of Wands is their happiness. It's a very weird energy. My happiness, but I'm walking away from her. Until I close out this cycle, maybe. Until I move, until I'm all the way done, until my stuff is out and I'm on the road. Then I'll offer a little bit. And I think in a way, because Queen of Wands is a bit sassy. Look, you've blown it. She knows her worth. She's proud and powerful. And I think in this kind of situation where somebody's walking away from her because she's their wish fulfillment, it's a very screwy energy. And I think she's basically saying, I've survived this. On Tower, Knight of Cups. Again, it's that little bit. There's been a huge emotional upheaval, a big scorpionic change in the whole emotional dynamic of this. And this Knight of Pentacles person said, "You're my happiness. See, and now I'm ready to show you. I'll court you. I'll sing you sweet love songs." It took me a long time, Knight of Pentacles, maybe even to establish the fact that you were my happiness. I had to grow into it, something like that. And here I am, in terms of water energy, can't contain it anymore. My heart is on my sleeve. I'm here to court you. And Queen of Wands is a little bit like, well, what do you know? And there may be a bit of, I've got you in the palm of my hand. I really don't like that. But like King of Wands, Queen of Wands can carry a hint of arrogance or, I knew I could draw you in. And Queen of Wands did draw this other person in. And now the shoe may be on the other foot. Queen of Wands may be saying, oh, really? You've come in, Knight of Cups, with your love offer? What are my other options? You made me wait a long time. You made me wait, not necessarily a long time, but and now you're coming in with a little offer. Well, let me think about that. Let me feel that out. I don't know, what's behind door number 1? What's behind door number 3? Maybe I have better options than somebody who, in the past, walked away from me. And it could be for money or stability or something like that. Because this is fairly destabilizing. This is a powerful person energetically. They can manifest things. And maybe she was too hot to handle, fire sign. And this other person is coming in quite sweetly after a long time. And yeah, I think they know. They might know that, letting Queen of Wands into their life will destroy the previous way of thinking about love. Scorpio energy, Knight of Cups, both water energies, to do with connection. Queen of Wands would blow their mind, Tower, and give them a whole new way of feeling about connection in general and love in general and what makes them happy. And they've closed out a cycle, and maybe Queen of Wands has already said enough is enough. They come back at some point in the future, and she may say, what kind of love are you offering anyway? What do I do with this? Okay, on Page of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. That's an energy of not understanding something, of, almost like somebody's making a little offer, and the other person may be saying, did I hear you right? After all this time, you're offering me a little connection, a little communication, a little, did I hear you right? 5 of Swords is usually a battle of some kind, but here it's a struggle to understand sword energy. There is a message trying to come through. There is an offer on the table that somebody thinks is big given the situation. And I think it's interesting, that there's this little person in the background. It's almost like, did I hear something? Because it's somebody very far away. They're on the move, but the person who's saying, did I hear you right, is already perhaps turned their back on this situation. They've thought about it. They knew something needed to change. And they've sort of come to the conclusion, I think, that cycle's over. It's almost like the line, they hung up on the other, but they cut communication. Like they may have waited a while. They couldn't believe what they were hearing out of this, or how little it was. Show me what you've got. And there's this sort of disbelief. And I don't quite know, because the ancestors are trying to explain something to this person. I think the ancestors are saying, is that all you've got? You know, you think you can buy your way into somebody's life. You've spent all this time, you know, you have changed. Fives indicate a need for change, but it's like, pair it up with this Page of Pentacles. It's sort of like after we've been through all these changes, all, you know, and it's not been easy. It was a painful ending. And now you're going to communicate with me, Sword Energy, that you're on your way. 10 of Wands. With a little offer. As if to make up for lost time. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Ace of Pentacles. Opportunity for a new beginning. Something that can grow. Something that's real. And this person may be saying, yes, I know I tried to get a space saver. I know I wanted you to save space for me. But that's because I believe there's a possibility, an opportunity for this thing to grow. It's almost, I'm getting the feeling of like grow back the broken thing. There's an opportunity to mend this. If we start from the beginning. They're asking for a restart. There's something about working with each other cooperatively. Now I'm ready to kick in. But there's something about this that leads me to believe this person, this Pentacles person, may have had a family. Have been working with the face-to-face energy, real-life cooperation. Don't quite get that. Page of Cups. Head over heels. Heels over head. Somebody's really disoriented by a feeling that's completely new to them. They may want to reconcile with somebody they left. A card of being in the spotlight, being focused on, being victorious, being the recipient of all these Wands energies. Shining brightly in the spotlight, proud of what you've done, proud of, shine the light on me, nothing phony here. Nothing phony here. I've made a decision to move forward, Wands energy. A decision, this 2 card. I'm thinking about it. I'm planning for it. This person isn't on the road yet, but the map is there and a picture of a VW bus. I think that this person, Queen of Wands, has made a decision to, certainly not to hide. There's no more hiding, Tower energy. And I might be, by the time you get your shit together, and realize this is the way your happiness is. This person is going to have to make an about face. And they do, and they offer this little thing, and the other person, Queen of Wands, can't believe it. You want me to believe you've changed? And I'm in the process of deciding where to go. You know, I'm doing this. Turning my back in disbelief. There's something about this. This isn't a trustworthy situation. So now I'm going to make a decision that's good for me. You know, to kind of live my own best life in fire energy, to do what I do best, to shine. To shine. The manifester. I think in the absence of this other person, when they walked away to live some other kind of life or to do the work they needed to do in another relationship, perhaps, or with a business or with their other people in the family or something like that. In their absence, Queen of Wands came into her own power, her power as a manifester, her ability to bring things through. Card of Gemini, Virgo. And what did they bring through? This page energy, I mean, we got a lot of pages here. Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups. But this is like revving up to go in the new direction. Revving up fire energy. You know, it's kind of potential energy right now. She's like about to, you know, spring forward because she's wound herself up somehow in the best way. And it's almost like she's created an opening for herself with her wand, right? Like I manifested a way forward. There's an opening now for my forward movement. I'm in the planning stage. You know, I'm in the process of manifesting. And I'm getting brighter all the time by virtue of this wand going round and round and round. I think that this other person will make a try. I'd like to work with you. You know, this is a new feeling for me. It's new to be feeling at all. And suddenly I'm, kaboom, changed. And here I am, you know, I love you. It's a little bit like that. You know, let's go on a date or something. And she's like, did I hear you right? Okay, on the board we have, I don't know why I'm smiling. They may have gotten the future they deserve. Something like that. And they're not a bad person. They've had a heart activation. They know who they care about. They've had an epiphany about it. They realize they took a long time going in another direction. And maybe to be personally happy, they had to walk away. But I think they may have lost the Queen of Wands in the process. Okay, I'm sorry, I got off track. Scorpio in the Tower, Virgo, Gemini in the Magician. And that's it in Major Arcana. A manifestation. You know, bringing through something new, something else, and something that blows up the old paradigm. it's a different kind of love. You know, here's this little offer. And I think Queen of Wands is saying, you know, thank you for that. That's nice. But I'm manifesting something bigger. This isn't, you know, the container where you expected me to live is too small. I need more space. Boom. You know, she's got more space for a bigger love, for a bigger offer, something like that. And it might be, I mean, I suppose I could flip this all around and say it's about a job offer or something like that. And the other person's in disbelief. I mean, you can always put it into a different arena. You know, if it doesn't resonate in terms of lovey-dovey connections. But there is this. This is a bit lovey-dovey. And there may be no going back. Somebody's back is turned. Okay. I think that's it. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your support in every way, for watching, contributing, you know, liking, sharing, subscribing, all that stuff. When you engage with the channel, it goes wider. We're able to share it with more people. So if you know, if you find yourself enjoying it, you might want to share it with a friend or something like that. You know, with a friend or a family member, or somebody you feel like is going through the same, for whom this would resonate. It could be that, 3 of Pentacles. I'll see you next time.